Hi guys, Dennis here. Hey, I'm reworking a 580 lower unit to use for another custom build excavator that I am going to attempt. Um, I'll show you what I've done so far. Now that's the original drive sprocket, but on the 580 lowers, when you have the rollers in here, the tracks really run up at an angle on both ends, and excavators aren't supposed to be that way. That's fine for a tank, but not for an excavator. So what I did was I had a pair of 580, not 580, 963 Magam sprockets. I had a pair of brand new ones here. So I took and reworked them. I actually made an adapter to go from the hex to these, and because these are hex on the inside, it's a lot of. In order to get the adapter to work, I virtually have to take the whole gearbox apart so that I can get that done. But I managed to do it, and then I have a 10mm shaft sticking out here that I drilled set screws, and I ground a flat spot on that 10mm shaft, and two set screws in here. So one of the set screws goes here, and it locks it into drive. And then I had to make a front idler, a larger front idler, because the original idler is, well, pretty small in comparison to the one that I built. I've got to make another one. I got to just basically spin my idler out of a blank piece of aluminum. But what I'm going to have to do, though, since this idler is larger, I'm going to have to relief a little bit back in here so that I still have some spring movement. I have a little bit, but nah, I don't think enough. I'll have to work that in there, maybe take and do a little relief right in here so that this has got more room to move back with a larger idler. But this way, it's level, it's flat. These are just a set of brooder tracks. They're easy to snap on and snap off, and they're virtually the same dimensions as the stock Huina tracks. Same gear pattern, everything. They'll interchange. Just easier to snap these together and snap them apart and count the links that I need. I will have to lengthen, which I have a bunch of these Huina tracks, and I'll add 2 or 3 more links or whatever it takes to make the circle. And what I'll do is probably do 1 bolt and nut in those so that I can take them apart. Because to take these tracks off the Huinas, usually you can just take the screw out of this, push on that front idler just a little bit, and pull that sprocket off, and then the tracks come off. So you don't have to, drive the pins in and out of them. So, but that's what I've been working on for the last 2 nights so far. But at least I've got my blank here made for my idler. So I got all my dimensions of what I need. I'll spin out another one. Not a big deal. Takes a little bit of time, but hey, there ain't nothing that doesn't take time. But yeah, as you can kind of see, it really makes that a lot bigger sprocket. And then I have to machine a bunch off of the back side, and then I have to machine a bunch of it out of the inside of that, because that hub sticks out quite a ways. There's probably about 3/8 of an inch of this that has material in order to lock it into that adapters that I built. But yeah, just kind of doing some reworking on the Huina lowers so that it makes them look a little more realistic anyway. This is one of the Huina lowers, and you kind of can see what I mean by how that track curves up there and curves up back here. Excavators aren't supposed to do that. Now a tank, you might be able to do that, or maybe one of those tracked dump trucks that might work for, but not for a excavator. Now I have seen guys take the rollers out of here, put the pins back in and let the tracks run on the pins, and that will actually level that out. But I wanted to put the rollers back in and be able to use them. So that's the reasoning behind that anyway. Hopefully it kind of makes sense to you. Yep, never happy. I just keep on working on stuff and trying to come up with something new. But I wasn't going to build sprockets. I just happened to have a pair of the 963 Mag-Om sprockets here, and they drive with these tracks just fine. So use what I can get a hold of, as much of it as I can, because I can't cut sprockets and do that type of thing. I could, but I'm not gonna. The time that it takes to do it, it ain't worth it for what you can buy this stuff for, if you can get it. So anyway, catch you guys later.